clinging, stubbornly continuing to focus on this. It's an injustice. I don't care what anybody thinks, how bad the protest was, how bad the riot was. It's an outright political witch hunt of an injustice that's being carried out in real time. Robert, I'm going to share this just so we can just go through some of the highlights. Just fluff piece is not the word. It's political jackoffery is what it is. This is the article, A Trump Backer's Downfall as the Target of a January 6th Conspiracy Theory. They lied about Hitler. They lied about Stalin. They lied about Hiroshima. They worked with CIA to put out incorrect information about the negative effects of the fallout, literal, of the atomic bomb. But trust them now. Ray Epps became the unwitting face of an attempt by pro-Trump forces to promote the baseless idea that the FBI was behind the attack on the Capitol.
And notice the mischaracterization there. So what is the idea that's baseless? It's something that people haven't actually said. No one said the FBI was behind the attack on the Capitol. They've said the FBI had informants and infiltrators and instigators to make certain behavior more likely to occur. Not that it was solely and wholly an FBI event. So that's called a straw man. You create a fake version of your opponent's argument. You say, that's baseless, trying to infer anything associated or affiliated with the argument is. This is what journalists do. They're just liars. They're pathological propagandists. And the New York Times is one of the worst offenders. This was, again, the main publication that pushed the lie about weapons of mass destruction that got us into the Iraq War, just as one of their most recent examples of the big lie told so often by the New York Times.
I want to get to the one part, which is, listen to this. By the way, this is shocking.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Mr. Epps further acknowledged that while he moved past barricades into a restricted area of the Capitol grounds, he did not go into the building itself. The vast majority of those who did not enter the building or commit additional crimes have not been charged. This is, by the way, admission of a crime. This is admission of a crime that is, if not more serious, at the very least as serious as a number.
Especially if you read the last part of the paragraph above. They admit that, they bury in the story why the baseless conspiracy theory is neither baseless nor just a theory. It's Mr. Epps admitted he sent to his nephew text where he discussed how he helped to orchestrate the movement of people who were leaving Trump's speech near the White House by pointing them in the direction of the Capitol as he was the night before, demanding they go into the Capitol. Now, the mistake he made is he made that speech with a bunch of Alex Jones fans around, and they spotted him right away. They're like, you're a Fed. We know who you are, pal. Go find a different audience. And he did. The next day, he found a different audience to get them in that direction, admitted it in writing, admitted it he breached the Capitol grounds, admitted he committed the same trespass almost all these other people are being prosecuted for. And it's the New York Times running cover because they're the favorite paper of the CIA spooks, the deep state operators, and the corrupt hacks in the FBI.
By the way, Brandon Strzok did less than this. Brandon Strzok never entered a building. He was on a restricted grounds, never entered the building.
Nor did Owen Schroyer. No, Owen Schroyer never entered the building.
But by the way, Robert, listen to this. By the time the violence started spreading, Mr. Epps had already left the Capitol, having helped to get a sick protester to safety.
Yeah, right, right. That's his pretext for, after having pulled off the instigation and helped effectuate it, he got out of Dodge so that he couldn't get personally in the middle of it.
The article is nauseating. And in fact, the way it reads is it tells you everything. It tells you everything in there. But it's like it frames it in a way that is...
Well, any doubt that Ray Epps was an informant and instigator for deep state operators to help create the conditions of January 6th was put to rest when the New York Times is running cover stories for him.